it. Although I must say it was probably a very close call between that and How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, definitely. I really can't find fault in either Toy Story 3 or How to Train Your Dragon. They were both just so good. I can't disagree with Toy Story 3 winning at all, but at the same time, I kind of wish it had been How to Train Your Dragon. But
yeah, same here.
I understand.
They're both equally good movies, but I don't know. I don't think I could have ever chosen between the two.
Yeah.
I would have eventually just ended up rolling a die or something like that.
Yep. It's like anything above 10, Toy Story. Anything below 10, How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, or like even numbers, Toy Story, odd number, How to Train Your Dragon.
Yep.
Best animated short film. Honestly, I don't know any of these. But if you know any of these, best animated short film, the winner of that one was The Lost Thing, which was made by Andrew Ruhlman and Xiao Tan.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's I don't know, it's some kind of picture book in 2000.
Huh.
And adapted to a 15-minute animated short film. I don't know. I don't know. Although, looks like Toy Story 3 was also an adapted screenplay. It was nominated for Best Writing of Adapted Screenplay.
Huh.
I guess they considered that an adaptation based on Toy Story and Toy Story 2.
I guess so.
I mean, that's what it says. Toy Story 3, characters based on Toy Story and Toy Story 2. I don't know how they choose these things. So, We Belong Together, that was a good song. I remember I See the Light was a good song too. But I don't know, I haven't heard the other ones though.
I haven't really either.
Can't say it.
Yeah,
oh well.
Oh well.
But yeah, that's about all I have to say, because there isn't a whole lot we can say about the animated industry in the Oscars, because they're usually not represented too highly, but...
Oh well.
But still, it's another animated film was nominated for Best Picture, so that's a good sign that they're getting recognized.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first time an animated picture was nominated for Best Picture was 1990 with Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
And last year with Up. And now with Toy Story 3.
We're getting closer.
Was it last year with Up?
Yeah.
Getting closer.
Yeah, we're getting closer. Alrighty. And so let's start talking about some of our animation source projects. I believe Skull wanted to mention something about a Tailspin project.
Yeah, actually this has been heavily promoted on Tailspin Source. It's the Tailspin Virtual Season. It's been...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a project on Tailspin Source that's been active pretty much since the site began. It's actually headed by Steve himself, who is, of course, the creator and head webmaster of Animation Source. Tailspin Virtual Season is basically a spin-off of the Tailspin television series. It's supposed to be a continuation. So far, it hasn't really gotten that far, but basically, a whole lot of people are involved in it. Let me see. A list that Steve has created. Aku, Archip, Mad Dog, Philogamy, Jer Rocks Today, and Steve are the ones who are heading the project. They've got a whole lot of stuff so far. They've got conception art. They even have a little bit of animation, voices, background music. They've got everything Kazoon tight, and
Sorry.
they got everything Tailspin related. It looks terrific. They're looking for a whole lot more help, animators specifically. They're just looking for any kind of help they can get. So if you want to help out with that, you can contact any of those people I just mentioned. The easiest way would just to post a message on the Tailspin chat box saying, I want to join the Tailspin Virtual Season Project, how can I do it? And more than likely, somebody's going to see that and respond, tell you how you can get involved. I don't know if I'll get involved, but I'm definitely going to be on top of everything news-wise, so it really looks like a great project. I can't wait to see how it'll turn out.
And moving right along, there are quite a few things coming up this year, but we've chosen to talk about one thing way in the future and a couple more things that are at least a little closer, and I'm sure you've heard of at least most of them.
By them, we mean movies.
Yes, movies, and yeah. So, first on the agenda is something that is not coming to the screen until summer of 2012. It is the animated series Tron Uprising, and it should be airing on Disney XD. If anybody has actually gotten the newest Tron movie, which is not animated, but for the sake of Tron Uprising, I have to mention it, there is actually a preview for the series on the Tron Legacy DVD. Tron Uprising will feature a fairly new cast of characters, and it's supposed to be set between the original Tron film and Tron Legacy, though with the synopsis I'm looking at here, it's almost a little weird. Elijah Wood is set to play Beck, the main protagonist, and he's supposed to be a program who will eventually take Tron's place or be the new Tron.
Wow, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, and again, this is supposed to be between Tron and Tron Legacy, so again, kind of strange. And apparently, they start talking about Clue, who was in both the first and the second movie, and Clue 2, which I guess they're referring to Clue 2 as the newest Clue in the second movie. Which again, weird because they didn't do that in this movie. And
so we got Clue and Clue 2. Whatever happened to Blue's Clues?
Nice.
Anyway.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
So, yeah, and then we've got Kevin Flynn will be making an appearance like he does in the movie, and Tron will, of course, be in the animated series. And so far, the cast consists of Elijah Wood as Beck, Emmanuel, I have no idea how to pronounce his name, as Paige, Mandy Moore as Mara, Paul Rubens as Pavel, Nate Cordry as Zed, Lance Henriksen as Tesler, Reginald Vell Johnson as Abel, Bruce. Oh, you can say that one. Swords. I don't know how to say his last name.
Bruce Boxlight.
Oh, Bruce Boxleitner.
Yeah, okay. As Tron, who also played Tron in the original movie and in the voice of Tron in the newest movie. And Fred... Fred as Clue 2!
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I have as far as Tron Uprising. It looks kind of interesting, but I'm not really sure about it yet. So, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are two new Pokemon movies coming up. Would you like to tell us about those, Skull?
Yeah, it's actually two versions of the same movie. You know how there are two Pokemon versions usually. The most recent ones are Black and White. Before that were Diamond and Pearl, Ruby Sapphire, stuff like that. Well, this is going to be two different versions of the same film. The first one is called Victini and the White Hero Reshiram, and the second one is called Victini and the Black Hero Zekrom. I don't know how they're going to be released in America, but in Japan, what's going to happen is the northern half of Japan is going to get the White Hero Reshiram film, and the southern half of Japan is going to get the Black Hero Zekrom film. Because they represent yin and yang, and white is on the top of the yin yang, and black is on the bottom, so that's
Yes.
what that's all about. The movie follows Ash Ketchum, who is arguably the most famous Pokemon trainer ever, and his new friend Iris.
And yet people still don't know him in this series. Gotta love that continuity. Sorry.
It's like he's like James Bond, you know. It's like everyone knows who he is, but yet no one knows who he is.
Ash Ketchum as James Bond.
That's a scary, scary thought. That's a scary thought.
Yeah.
He would suck at that.
Anyway, continue on.
So, yeah. So, and he's still 10 years old, too. What's with that?
Yeah.
He's still 10 after 14 years. Anyway.
Yeah, not even gonna talk about that.
The movies follow Ash Ketchum along with Pikachu, arguably the most known Pokemon ever, while we're on that subject, and his new friends Iris and Silent as they arrive in Aimed Oak, a village in Unova that is the ancestral home of the people of the Earth. Long ago, Aimed Oak was the seat of power for the kingdom of the people of the Earth. It has since fallen into decline, but the castle called the Earth's Sword remains. During a battle tournament held for the village's harvest festival, Ash befriends Victini, a rare Pokemon that inhabits Kind Wood. Though cowardly, Victini is able to share its strange power with those it likes. Not everything is peaceful, however. Dread Grangel, a descendant of the people of the Earth, intends to resurrect the glory of his people's fallen kingdom. To do so, he plans to use Victini to reactivate the Earth's Sword. And from there on, that's where the movies begin to differ. In the White Hero movie, Dread Grangel tries to awaken Reshiram, who is a dragon Pokemon that has been sleeping for hundreds of years. Tries to wake up Reshiram to activate the Earth's Sword and use Reshiram as a slave. Whereas in the Black film, it's the same situation, only with Zekrom, who hasn't been sleeping for 100 years, but has simply been missing for 100 years. The movies differ between Pokemon, too. In the White Hero, Dread Grangel owns a Gothitelle, which is a interesting Pokemon, and in the Black Hero, he owns a Rhinoculus. I won't go into these new Pokemon's details, but let's just say the movies differ more than just starring two different Pokemon. There are a whole lot of different changes. Dread Grangel even has different outfits in each version. Yeah, if you want to see a preview of the movie, just go to Pokemon-movie.jp, and it'll automatically start playing, so you don't need to know any Japanese. Yeah, it looks like a terrific film. I've been following the Black and White series, which is the newest Pokemon series, for a while, and I'm really looking forward to seeing these films. Again, I don't know how they'll premiere in America. I heard that they're going to try to premiere both movies at the same time, the exact same time slot, just on different channels, so people are forced to watch one or the other. So, but I don't know how that's going to work. But I'm looking forward to seeing both of them. I'm hoping that I'll be able to see them in the original Japanese before they get to America, but we'll just have to see.
I really don't see the point in making two versions of the same movie.
It's probably to make a change of pace, but more than likely it's just a marketing scheme.
It probably is a marketing scheme. I'm almost thinking it's kind of trying to justify the two different versions of each game other than, money making. Mm-hmm. But, whatever.
Because it's 60% of the films are the exact same, but people are going to have to pay 100% twice to see 140% difference. So.
Yep.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm a huge fan of Pokemon, so I really don't care having to see the same movie twice. I love it, so. Yeah.
I'll let you watch it first and then decide if I feel like it.
Alrighty.
Sounds good. Anyway.
Yeah. So that is the two Victini movies. Victini and the Black Hero Zekrom, and Victini and the White Hero Reshiram.
Alrighty. So, moving right along into stuff that you guys are probably more familiar with, Rio is coming out in 3 days on April 15th.